Hey guys, welcome back to another Fly Tying Tuesday with AvidMax. My name is Max, and today we're going to be tying the Jiggy Mysis. So we're going to do it on a Firehole hook. This is the Firehole 516. This is a size 14, just to make it a little easier for you guys to see. I wouldn't tie it any bigger than a 14. I would stay in the 16 to like 20 range. Firehole in this particular model does go down to like a 22 or a 24. So you could definitely tie them super small. Something about Euro flies or on the jig hook where I feel like you can oversize stuff and kind of get away with it. So 14, 16, probably a pretty good size for this fly. And start out, I got some UTC 70 in the white. And we're just going to lay down a little bit of a thread base here. Skip out my tag. And now I'm going to go for some ice dub in the Pearl. This is just the normal Pearl. It's kind of got like a greenish hue. So does the Tinsel I'm using. So that's kind of why I went with that. So I'm just going to grab a little clump here and then tie this down and bring it all the way back to where the bend starts coming up. And then I'm going to grab this and I'm going to bring it forward a little bit further just so everything's even. And then when we get to the front, we'll have a little bit of a taper going towards the eye of the hook. Ice dub, just going to trim it up. Kind of want it to be not just one straight cut. I like to have a little bit of a taper to it. So, not real long. Definitely like half the length of the shank or so. Right in there. And we'll just clean this up a little bit. So we're not adding too many wraps to build up bulk. And I've got some Hareline, Ostrich Herl in the white. Got a couple of pieces picked out here. You're looking for some smaller ones. Just not as like wide. So tie that tip right down to the shank and work it all the way back and snip that tag out and clean that up. So now I've got the spooled pearlescent tinsel. I believe this is the medium. Got a little piece of that trimmed up here. I'm going to tie that down directly on top. And work it all the way back to the ostrich. So right about even with where the barb would be on my barbless hook here, I'm going to take a piece of lead wire. This is the 0.03. You could maybe go a little bit bigger. 0.35 would work for you. I think if you go any smaller, you're not going to kind of have enough of a base to like lay down the resin that we're going to get to. So I've just got a nice little piece clipped here, and we're going to hold that perpendicular on the shank, and I'm just going to make figure 8 wraps to secure this down. So we got that on there. Just a little cross. more just to make sure that it's secured in here. I'm not gonna move on this. Now I'm gonna bend this back a little bit so that I have some room to work and work up my ostrich here. So I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna start wrapping that going forward. And I'll get one over, kind of bend my wire back, and then one over the other way. And then I'm going to capture it just in front of the wire and secure that down right up against the wire. Snip out my stem. And then I'm going to kind of trim up some of the excess here. Go back in there and trim a little bit more up once we get our flash going here. Now I'm gonna bring over my tinsel, capture that so it's square on top of the fly. And make a couple securing wraps, and then work my thread all the way up behind the eye. Now I'm going to take my tinsel, evenly wrap that down the remaining shank here towards the eye. And I'll capture that. Make a couple in front, a couple behind just to secure it. Snip out my tag. And I'll do a quick whip finish here. Snip out my thread. And I'm going to go back in with my scissors and just trim up that ostrich a little bit more around the wire. Trimmed up a little bit. Now take an old pair of scissors and you're going to trim the lead eyes just like a millimeter off the shank or so you're just leaving a little bit of excess. Fish it like that, but we're gonna add a little bit of UV on there just to clean everything up and make it look a little bit better. So I got some Solarez Bone Dry, and I'm just gonna hit the front side where all that tinsel is. Make some spins, just make sure it coats everything, and then we'll harden that with my UV light. Fly adds a little bit of durability as well. Probably the trickiest part of the tie here. Got some Loon UV in the black, and I've been having a little bit of issues with this. Sometimes it doesn't come out as thick as I'd like to just make a ball of it. So just make sure that you get a nice ball of the UV when you drop it on the lead eyes here. There you have it, Jiggy Mysis Shrimp. Great winter tailwater pattern.